So I'm getting ready to go on a road trip to Vancouver, Washington. This is what I look like when I am not dressed up to be on TV. But anyway, I'm going to put a patch on the transmission of my Honda CR-V because I broke it on a rock off-roading a couple years ago, and it's patched with JB Weld. And I'm just gonna give it a little touch up because it's cracking a little bit, but otherwise it's fine, it works fine. So here are my supplies. I'm just gonna wipe off the grease with this rubbing alcohol because that will be pretty non-toxic for me. And I'm gonna mix this together on this piece of cardboard with this stick. And here's a dirty pair of underwear that were in the trash. You know how, if you're a girl, then you know how you have like your good underwear, and then when they get gross, you make them into your like period underwear, and then when they get like super gross, this is what I do with them. You can see it's kind of greasy and got some fluid on it. It doesn't really have more coming out of the patch part than the actual bolt itself here. You squeeze out equal amounts of each tube and mix it together. Grass stuck to my hand. Okay, now it's a nice gray putty. And just use a stick to dab it on there. All done. Yeah, it doesn't really smell at all, which is cool, because how many weird chemical things don't have any smell to them? So I'm going to be gone for about 20 days maybe. I'm going to spend 10 days in an Airbnb and 10 days maybe driving back and forth from Arizona to Vancouver, British Columbia. So I'll show you what kind of things I'm going to bring with me. What kind of things does super sensitive human bring on a road trip? Well, I got my Earth Runner sandals, a bunch of shopping bags, which are good not only for food but putting dirty clothes and things in, a little container full of condiments. I'm gonna buy more food at the Whole Foods in Flagstaff on my way out. I've got a cooler with nothing in it but a watermelon. This is very important. I have my scuba gear. Can't go anywhere without my scuba gear. I have a crate full of cooking stuff, my propane stove, my cast iron, and yes, my Nutra Ninja bullet blender, because I like to make my smoothies. And you can make smoothies a lot of times at a campground because they have electricity a lot of times somewhere, maybe in the bathroom. I've definitely made some bathroom smoothies in my time. Here we have good old road atlas and some good old fashioned books. Hot Springs books specifically. That's the only kind of books I care about. Very important National Parks Pass. One of these will run you about $80, which is worthwhile if you're gonna visit several parks or monuments in a year. Like Grand Canyon alone is $25, so this is going to be really useful. Down here in the drawer, I've got some car supply stuff, some fuses, socket wrenches, screwdriver, and of course the comfort angle flossers. Those are for my mouth, not the car. Under seat we have a few more car things. Special Honda transmission fluid. It really does make a difference. Fix a flat, a funnel. Back in the back underneath all this stuff, there's more car supplies. There's a gas can, a jack, and jumper cables. Basically the back's just filled with my bedding. This is a 6-inch memory foam pad here, full size, which I don't need one that size, but that's the only one I got. I'd like it to be smaller because it's hard to take in and out, but that's what we got for now. Some blankets, my clothes are all in this bag here, a towel, tent. I don't have any sleeping bags because I don't really like sleeping bags. They're just so loud and scratchy, and I'm really pissed because Nick dropped my favorite blanket over on the cactus, and now I have to take the fish blanket, which is not as soft. Another thing that's particular to being super sensitive is that I almost always use my propane stove to cook and don't make any campfires because the smoke bothers me. Another super sensitive quirk is I'm also traveling with my own pack of light bulbs because I hate fluorescent light bulbs, as do most sensitive people. It's basically because I'm super sensitive that I am driving and not flying, because for one thing, flying really wrecks me. For another thing, I wanted to be able to bring all my own bedding and stuff because I know that the bedding in other people's houses usually smells like laundry detergent. And if I'm staying in a hotel room, those ones don't usually smell too bad in a hotel room. They're kind of neutral, but they don't give you enough bedding, so I always get cold in a hotel room. I like a little more heft on me while I'm sleeping.